The time has come. Execute Order 66.
For years, OctoWoW stood as one of the biggest success stories in the World of Warcraft private server scene. What started as a small passion project quickly grew into something much larger. A community built around a version of WoW that many players have been missing for a long time. A slower paced adventure, a stronger sense of exploration, a world where every zone, dungeon, and player interaction felt meaningful again. But after years of growth, that journey came to a sudden end, and when OctoWoW disappeared, thousands of players were left asking one question: what happens next? But to understand the fall of OctoWoW, we first have to understand why it became popular to begin with. Classic WoW has always had a special place in the hearts of players. For many, vanilla represented a time when the game felt like a true adventure rather than a race to the end game. OctoWoW took that feeling and expanded on it. The server introduced new quests, new zones, new items, class changes, and a variety of custom content while preserving that old school feeling of vanilla World of Warcraft. It wasn't simply trying to recreate the past. It was trying to innovate what vanilla WoW could have been had Blizzard took it in a different developmental direction. And that idea attracted a massive audience. Players who already completed Classic, players who wanted something new, players who wanted a slower, more social MMO experience. There was something for everyone. And over time, OctoWoW became more than just a server. It became a community. However, OctoWoW existed in a complicated space. Private servers have always operated outside of Blizzard's official ecosystem, and while many players viewed these projects as a way to preserve older versions of the game and create experiences that retail servers refused, they also existed under the possibility of legal action. Blizzard has historically protected its intellectual property, and private servers have always faced uncertainty because of that. And for years, OctoWoW continued to grow despite those challenges, but eventually, the community faced a moment that would change everything. OctoWoW was shutting down, and for many players, this was really difficult to process. This wasn't just about losing access to a game. Players had spent months and even years building characters, joining guilds, making friends, and creating memories inside this world. A character wasn't just a collection of gear and levels. It represented time invested, achievements earned, stories created. For guilds, the shutdown meant losing the home that they had built together with their friends. And for individual players, it meant saying goodbye to a world that they loved deeply. But almost immediately, the community began searching for what came next. Some players decided to move to other vanilla-style servers. Some stepped away from private servers entirely. Others searched for a new place that could capture the same feeling OctoWoW provided. And this is where the next chapter begins. A community looking for a new home.
Have you guys ever seen those videos of the sea turtles scurrying to the sea and there's all those seagulls going after them? And the seagulls get the majority of them. But guess what happens though? There's always one turtle that fucking gets through!
Pull the lever, Kestrel! Kestrel!
Look, pig! It's alive!
But it took just 10 days until someone completely remade new OctoWoW, which I'm going to show you in this video. So here you have it, I'm showing them side by side. On the left here is OctoWoW, and on the right is this new OctoWoW. So we're no longer turtles, we're octopuses, which is absolutely hilarious, as lots of people are saying this. Well, Blizzard can shut down Turtle WoW, but a new one with a new name will turn up just a couple of weeks later, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now.
So what exactly is OctoWoW, and why has it managed to build so much momentum in such a short amount of time? Well, at its core, OctoWoW is an indirect successor to Turtle WoW. New team, new leadership, but with the same overall philosophy. Preserve the spirit of vanilla while making thoughtful additions and quality of life improvements that enhance the classic experience. In its current state, Octo's almost a one-to-one replication of Turtle WoW, but getting there wasn't easy. Octo had an incredibly rough launch. Because it appeared so quickly after Turtle WoW's shutdown, skepticism was everywhere. Videos from supporters of competing servers questioned the safety of the launcher, damaging the server's credibility and creating doubt among many potential players. Then came another major setback. The team's first attempt at upgrading to the 1.18.1 client was unsuccessful. For many new servers, a combination of bad publicity and technical problems can be fatal. But OctoWoW did something that completely changed the community's perception. They persevered. First, they open sourced their launcher. That immediately allowed anyone with the technical knowledge to inspect how it worked and help address concerns surrounding its safety. Next, they launched a public test realm, allowing players to participate in testing, bug reports, and improving the client before updates went live. This immediately allowed them to transfer to the 1.18.1 client. And most importantly, they published a roadmap. Instead of keeping players guessing, they showed exactly what they planned to restore, what new features were coming, and roughly when players could expect them. At first, the developers estimated the restoration of all the missing content would take likely about a year, but they managed to accomplish it in roughly 3 months. For a brand new team, that dramatically increased the faith and confidence within the growing community. Today, many of the features that made Turtle WoW successful are also present in OctoWoW. There's separate PvE and PvP realms, giving players different ways to enjoy the game. There's an active in-game radio station with live DJs. Game masters maintain an active presence, and cheating and RMT are aggressively enforced against. These are all qualities that help define Turtle WoW's reputation, but OctoWoW hasn't simply copied them. In several areas, it's actually tried to build upon them. Take hardcore for example. Rather than sharing the world with standard characters, hardcore players have their own dedicated realm. That means less competition for quest objectives, resources, and leveling space. And unlike traditional hardcore, death doesn't necessarily mean your character's gone forever. Players have the option to transfer their fallen hardcore characters to the normal realms by completing a ghostly journey through the dark portal. The challenge ends, but your adventure doesn't. Depending on the level you reached before dying, you're also rewarded with a commemorative title recognizing your achievement. Even small community features have received extra attention. Booty Bay Pirate Radio accepts song requests directly through Discord while offering a broader range of music to appeal to different tastes. Game masters aren't hidden behind support tickets. They're regularly active in world chat, joking with players, answering questions, and helping create a more lively community atmosphere. But perhaps the biggest difference isn't a gameplay feature at all. It's transparency. One criticism players had for Turtle WoW was that the development often felt mysterious. Communication was limited, and community feedback wasn't always reflected in developmental decisions. OctoWoW has taken a noticeably different approach. The developers actively encourage suggestions through the forums and community discussions. They've demonstrated a willingness to consider and reverse unpopular decisions when necessary. And every week they host a live in-game Q&A session where players can ask questions directly, discuss upcoming plans, and suggest ideas for the future of the server. That level of accessibility has helped many players feel like they're contributing to the direction of the project rather than simply observing it. The server also continues expanding its challenge systems. In addition to hardcore, Players now have options like Way of the Samurai, giving veterans entirely new ways to experience the leveling journey. More challenge modes mean more replayability and more reasons to keep rolling new characters. One topic that's become increasingly important since Blizzard's legal action against TurtleWoW is server security. According to OctoWoW's team, they designed their operational structure around a strict zero trust philosophy. Team members reportedly do not know one another's real-world identities. Voice changes are used during internal meetings as security protocol. Donations are accepted through cryptocurrency, and perhaps most notably, the project's infrastructure is reportedly distributed among multiple anonymous members known as knowledge keepers. The idea is simple. If one of the 8 knowledge keepers were compromised, the 7 remaining keepers would still possess everything necessary to restore the project and resume operations within days. So it's clear the Octo team has put a considerable amount of time and thought in its long-term security. Looking ahead, OctoWoW isn't planning to remain just a TurtleWoW recreation forever. For now, the priority has been stability and restoring everything players expected from the original experience, but the developers have confirmed that they're already working on original custom content beyond Turtles 1.18.1 patch. They've also stated that they intend to be even more ambitious with future custom expansions and systems than TurtleWoW itself. Exactly what that looks like remains to be seen, but it's an exciting prospect for players looking beyond simple preservation. At the end of the day, OctoWoW didn't earn its growing reputation simply because TurtleWoW disappeared. It earned it by responding to criticism, fixing mistakes quickly, communicating openly with its community, and consistently delivering on its promises. It adopted many of the ideas that made TurtleWoW successful, and then looked for ways to improve them. Whether or not it ultimately becomes the long-term home for Classic Plus players remains to be seen, but after one of the roughest launches imaginable, OctoWoW has proven that first impressions don't always decide a project's future. Thanks for watching.